Big hood in the beard.
Crack them if you got them.
How about the boys?
Crack them if you got 'em.
What up, what up? What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up, what up, what up? They bring the noise. I'm talking
We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
What up?
Oh, he back.
It fucks me up because for whatever reason, when you have that plane and I'm on the FaceTime or whatever, the FaceTime, it cuts out when I talk, so it throws me off a little bit. But we're gonna just jump into it. I'm gonna do it nice and crisp. If you're looking on any social media platform, you can search at Cowboys CanFan. It doesn't matter if it's TikTok, Twitter, IG, YouTube, add the podcast at the end. You can find us on all of them. And we're starting to crank it up, boys.
Yep, that's right. We starting to get some heat now that we got our / Cowboys CanFan podcast on YouTube.
You know what I think it was?
That
the
algo,
most
that
is
algo is chugging through.
The Cowboys are relevant right now.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? That name is hot. It's a hot commodity, and we got it. Okay, so just back up.
I also just think that YouTube knows that we're here to stay, and they're pushing us in front of more eyeballs.
That's right.
Well, we did talk about that. We said we just had to get over the 6 month, getting shit ass views, shit ass follows. You just had to stick with it. So YouTube's like, all right, these guys are pathetic and nothing better to do. Let's give them some traffic to just drag them along.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so if you are listening to this because you're a fan of the audio, check out our YouTube channel because we just started posting some YouTube shorts, and our boy AJ bandwagon boy number 2 was throwing the hands because he wants to be the next YouTube boxer apparently.
I was throwing some hot hands.
That YouTube shorts got some fiery
Would
views
love to
right
watch
now.
AJ fucking fight a TikToker.
And final thing, final promo push is if you haven't listened to our audio only and you drive a lot, between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how much of a roll we go on, go find us on any podcast platform. Okay.
Yeah, we don't push our audio podcast as much.
And we should. Okay.
I like our faces better than our sound.
Yeah,
but anyway,
if you're not new to the podcast, then you know we like to judge people by their looks. So
and I can just imagine all the judgment on your face, Ad.
Hey, anyone?
Yeah, wow, that guy has a great beard and he's handsome.
Don't say
Out
it.
of both brothers, the handsome one.
Don't say it.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take the rugged.
The rugged handsome is a good look.
Okay, so if we were the Manning brothers, you would be Eli and I would definitely be
100%.
Peyton.
Eli's way funnier
So
than
I'm
Peyton.
Archie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Eli's fucking way funnier.
Yeah,
So,
but-
yeah, 100% be Eli.
I don't know. I feel like, well, yeah.
I'm Archie Manning?
No, but isn't there who's the Arch Manning? Whose kid is that?
It's
That's their older
Cooper
brother.
Manning's
Oh, cool. That's who
high
it is.
school age kid, and he's
like
actually looking like he's gonna be a pretty
Manning?
decent football player.
Yeah, they're saying he's going to be better than Peyton and Eli.
Which is kind of funny because Cooper Manning didn't get a play in the NFL because he had some weird. I'm not going to act like I know what it was. He didn't play in the NFL due to some sort of I want to say disease, bone disease or something. So it'd be kind of like it'd be sweet for him to see his kid succeed as a quarterback and end up being better than both his brothers.
Okay, so we're recording on a Thursday night, the start of Week 5. Wow.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, the start of Week 5. You got. I think Seahawks are playing the Rams. Fuck them. Don't care.
Yeah.
But we're gonna jump in. What do we got going on? What do we got on the docket there, Sir AJ?
Hottest news of the day, or I guess maybe the last 24 hours or more. Dallas Cowboys decision to cut. They say cut in this. That's why I was saying.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
you were
it is a
saying
cut.
release.
Release is like the nice way of saying it, I guess.
I think it's. I saw both. Anyways, it's release Jaylon Smith, and I saw both. So I guess it's whichever way the article was leaning, whether it was pro or against the cut. They would either say cut or they would say release if they're trying to soften it up.
Sugarcoat it a little bit.
Is that why you're wearing Jaylon Smith's jersey today?
There's only one number 9 that's ever worn the Cowboy jersey. That's Tony Romo. But let's talk about Jaylon Smith.
Yeah.
As anyone that's watched the podcast or listened to the podcast or even listen to me talk for about 20 minutes about Cowboys football, I'm going to talk about how I hated not hated Jaylon Smith, but I thought he was underperforming. And so I think it was on Tuesday night. They ended up, was it Tuesday or Monday? Either way, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They ended up releasing him, and it was weird because I find it kind of pointless that they released him at this time of the year because they still owe him $7.2 million. So they're still going to pay him. The Cowboys, Jaylon Smith could go sign a contract for $10.
Chump change. That's what Jerry Jones says.
Well,
chump change.
I mean, yeah, I guess Jerry Jones is a billionaire, so $7.2 million is chump change.
One of my helicopters.
They basically
cost more than
paid
that.
him already.
Right.
Yeah. I think he had over $30 million in guaranteed money, and then they had how much is it? $7.2 million. That's he's eating. I mean,
This year.
This
he
year
got paid $7.2 million from the Cowboys this year, no matter what.
Okay,
He
so
could
go ahead.
he could play for anyone, doesn't matter. So now he's going to get his contract for the Green Bay Packers, but the Dallas Cowboys are still going to be paying Jaylon Smith $7.2 million.
So Des Bryant was actually pretty outspoken this past week about
Des Bryant spoken out. That's weird.
Des Bryant was talking about, obviously he thinks it's a bad idea to make a move like this when the team's working so well. Especially since this last game, Jaylon was one of the defensive captains too. So you see how the camaraderie is in the locker room. Do you think this is going to affect our guys on defense, or what's going to happen?
It's weird timing. I honestly think it was a bad move. They tried trading him in the offseason. No one bit. They tried to get rid of him in the offseason, but at this point of the year, what does it benefit? The only thing I could have attribute to it is there was some sort of friction between him and other people.
That's
it.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
There's either friction there, or he asked for a release and they said sure.
So what they're saying though is the whole reason that they released him, it came out, Jane Slater reported it, was that they wanted to waive an injury clause. They wanted to waive an injury clause for him for next year, and he wouldn't waive it, so they released him this year. I don't know. Seemed kind of like a bullshit excuse.
Yeah, Alex is bringing it up right now.
Well, the actual, I mean, his release here, this is just some information that we've already talked about, but there's also Jabril Cox showing up, and the Cowboys believe in him, and Neal's coming back. He hasn't played.
This is the thing though with the Cowboys. The last few years, linebacking has been a huge depth issue. We've always ran into issues with Sean Lee, fucking one of my favorite all-time Cowboys. He would always get injured, and then his backup would get injured, and then we'd be super thin at linebacker. So at the start of the year, I knew Jaylon wasn't really going to have a big role, but with COVID being still a thing and injuries happening, you never know if you're going to get hit by this COVID or injury bug thing, and now you're down 3 starting linebackers. Yeah, it happened last week. Jaylon was starting because we didn't have Keanu Neal and we were missing DN, so Parsons had to move up to DN. So it's kind of risky. We'll see how it plays off. He got signed by the Green Bay Packers. I'll be paying attention. Hopefully, I would love to see the guy rebound and have a great rest of his career with the Green Bay Packers, honestly.
Yeah, like I said online to Barry Grant Jr. himself. I think
BGJ, baby.
I think Jaylon kind of came out on top. He got the money from the Cowboys, and I'm not saying that's like satisfactory, but it's not like he got paid. Now he gets to sign in Green Bay, which is shittier weather for sure, but the history, Aaron Rodgers, I think that it's a good change for him, like a good move in terms of where the teams he's playing. Like he's not going to probably run into Dallas too often at all, and yeah, like getting paid again, moving on. Maybe he has a less, the same reduced role, but the pressure probably is off of him, and it's just I think he ultimately came out on top.
Ultimately,
for sure, 100% he did. I mean, maybe a little bit of a ego bruise because he got released or cut or whatever you want to call it, but his pocketbook, and the guy's still going to play in the NFL probably for another 4 or 5 years. Like, it's not like he got released by his original team and he's going to just fade out. There's always going to be a spot for that type of player. He's just going to be making a lot less than he did on his second contract with the Cowboys.
Do you think Dan Quinn had a problem with him?
I don't think Dan Quinn did. Dan Quinn probably just said that he wasn't going to. This is how it goes. Jaylon Smith, when everyone's healthy, is probably our 4th or 5th best linebacker, but he's our top paid one. right?
Yep.
So maybe why keep him around as a depth guy when you
Yep.
can have the younger guys that are getting guys that you know like Jabril Cox, who's going to be in the building for the next 4 or 5 years. Why not let him start growing right now?
It's like when if I'm going to test this to fantasy, when you're running through running backs like they're just going out of style because of injuries, and
Crack him if you got him.
you overpay for a fucking backup.
Yeah.
Off the waiver wire, and then you drop. Like I dropped my back. I
Yeah.
paid like $26 for a backup 2 weeks ago. Dropped him this week because guys that I picked up for free, like Cordell Patterson,
Are just killing it.
are having solid rounds. So
But you also will run into things where the opposite happens and you didn't pull the trigger and suddenly it's shoot, I should have done
oh yeah,
that.
for sure. I mean, I made a lot of
either
bad
way-
decisions this year, but that's okay.
I'll say one last thing
Yep.
on Jaylon Smith, then we can move on. The guy pretty much had an injury in his last college football game that would have or
Yes.
did basically sideline anyone else for the rest of their lives. I posted on someone on Instagram. I said the guy has more athletic talent in his left bicep than I do in my whole body. So it's like for me to critique him or say
Yeah.
anything about him is like out of left field. But as a Cowboys fan, I am glad we moved on from him, and I'm glad that we can have the young guys in the building take over his role.
One bad attitude, one bad apple can sour that whole locker room.
I don't think he even had a bad attitude,
Well,
though.
I mean,
I just think it was a money thing, and it was just
yeah, well, I'm not
younger
even
guys to get their chance.
I'm not saying that he did, because in all the pregame warm-ups that you see of him, he's always in the middle hyping everybody up.
Yeah.
So that's, I was going to, before my brother cut me off, I was going to say, it doesn't seem like he's the bad apple souring it. So, I mean, if it's a money thing or if it's just a mutual thing, who gives a fuck? He's
play.
off the Cowboys.
Wants to play football.
Well, it's like this. There's this thing in the NFL. There's a talent, and then there's a money thing. And when one of them starts busting out the other one, if the talent or the money starts outweighing one, like if the money is way too much for the talent, you're going to be gone in no time.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And his production on the field wasn't wasn't worth $7.2 million a year.
Right.
Anyways, let's move on. Jaylon Smith, guaranteed. I hope he has a good time or a great career in Green Bay. Just not if we play him.
Yeah. Jaylon Smith, this one's for you.
Crack him.
I
Okay.
didn't crack, it was fake.
So, blogging with the boys, great article here, crunching Cowboy stats. You know that I like to have fun with numbers, and they say let's have fun with numbers. So let's have fun with numbers. Some real cool stuff.
Whoa, he's
starting
back.
off with Zeke Elliott.
He's back.
He's
Go
back.
back up. Scroll up it. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah. He's back.
Are they listening to us?
I don't know if we took it from them, or I think it's just they must be, because that's the only place you hear that is on this cast, baby.
Yeah.
But they're talking about Ezekiel Elliott. Of course, we saw that great 47-yard gallop that he had against the Panthers. Nearly got in, but I think he just ran out of steam right at the end. But that's a long way to run when you're trying to escape a bunch of defensive monsters. But
FedEx ground player of the week too.
that's right. But there's also Tony Pollard, who is, I think, they're both on pace to eclipse 1,000 yards at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is great. Which is great for the Cowboys all around.
They just when Pollard's in and he gets the ball, I'll say this, like I love Zeke, but like when Pollard gets the ball and you see him run, he just looks like the fastest guy on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a really awesome stat. I guess we just opened it up. Sometimes the numbers are staggering. The Cowboys ran for 245 yards, including 196 yards on first down.
Wow,
Yeah. And then it goes on to say
that's crazy.
it's the most in 30 seasons.
And they
It's
averaged
awesome.
9.3 yards on first downs. That is insane. So, and
That's
this is the
crazy.
thing: the Cowboys are always trying to outsmart themselves and throw or do play action on first downs. That stat right there shows that it doesn't matter. Just on first down, run it. Who cares
Yeah.
if they know
Dude,
you're gonna run it?
My like fundamental football, because when I was younger, I watched how to play Madden, and something I've always stuck to is like I will just always run it on first down, pretty
matter
much
what.
90% of the time.
Yeah, no matter what,
Yeah.
just run it on first down. It doesn't hurt you. Most of the time, a running play is going to be a positive play, right?
Exactly.
I'd say 8 out of 10 times, if you run the ball on first down, you're going to gain at least 1 yard. If you throw the ball 10 times, I wouldn't say 8 out of 10 times you get a yard or more than a yard.
Okay, well, let's see what offensive coordinator Kellen Dungeon Master Moore has to say about it. Kellen Moore, what do you have to say? Oh, okay.
Could you imagine? And this is a good segue to bring in the Dungeon Master.
But the running game, okay, it's great. We know that our running backs are a great 1-2 duo, but a lot of it has to do with the front line. And here's a play. This is the 47-yard scamper. Watch Zeke and the line work together here. It's pretty. Now, people listening, sorry, this is a visual-only segment. All the better to
So we're
subscribe
seeing it all
and follow.
slow motion.
Yeah, but look at this double juke here.
Yeah, and then he sneaks through this little window, and the blocking was just like what?
Yeah, it was
Whatever
no one touched
gap
him
that
till
was.
no one touched him till he was already up 10 yards.
Exactly, and then he broke. So
Go back to that. Go back to the start of that.
Yeah.
But you got to respect. Look at this double cut, man. Watch this.
Oh yeah, the double
Zeke's
cut's
getting
great.
The ball. He's going outside, and then he cuts back inside.
Yeah.
Like that's great. That's a
And
yeah.
enough of
That's
a
just
cut.
a good drawn up play for your blocking scheme, and then Zeke just read it right. It worked in cohesion very well.
Yeah. Now, PFF. I know we don't necessarily give two shits, but they
Understand it.
they ranked Zach Martin. Don't understand it, but we'll take their word for it. Zach Martin was the team's highest graded player for Week 4. So it's
We've
nice
talked about this
yeah.
before. Zach Martin's probably our best player, right? And he doesn't really get credit because he's not at a flashy position at right guard. But he was our highest rated Madden player.
Yep.
It's tough to go away from him as being one of our best players, if not the best player.
Now check out this. They also have the top 5 highest graded offensive linemen. The Cowboys have Zach Martin at 2nd, Tyron Smith at 3rd, and Connor McGovern at 5th.
Which is weird because McGovern. I don't think McGovern was playing line that game.
This is over the season.
Oh, over the season, I was
Yeah.
like, McGovern didn't play.
Yeah. No,
he played a few snaps at fullback, but he didn't play. Okay,
What was
that
he
makes more
playing?
sense. Who? What do you mean?
McGovern, what was he playing?
He played fullback for a few snaps.
But then that's all he
McGovern's a
did?
backup guard.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's come in and played a few games.
No, he did. He did start a couple games, but last week. So our starting linemen right now are Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, Terrence Steele, Connor Williams, and Tyler Baidaz. Those are our 5
That's just
starters.
a little flex. That's just a little flex right there.
Who needs to go? He needs to go for dinner when you're cooking on that grill.
But
Right.
speaking of that, here is the another video breakdown. Sorry, audio
Ooh,
listeners.
I like it.
Yeah, if you don't like the video breakdowns when if you're listening to it, head over to the YouTube.
But this is just here. I'll restart it. This is just showing McGovern. He's in at
This is against the Eagles.
That was
though.
him at fullback.
Yeah. So he's in it at fullback here.
Yeah.
And look at this. He's a monster.
mauled that guy.
This is a great experiment because
I love it. He's like the fridge, man.
He's a 6th lineman and he's getting a chance to actually run.
Wow, look at the block there.
I mean,
You don't notice it when you're watching the game because you don't really. I don't notice
You don't
he's
look
playing
at that,
fullback,
yeah.
But wow, what good blocks.
And he's just a
are they
monster.
only putting him in when Zeke's on the field?
Well, yeah.
There's
if they're
TP.
running, that was a
There's TP.
Pollard run, but they're not going to put him in at fullback if they're throwing because it's kind of a waste of a player. But hey, this is a bold prediction for the season coming up. You wait for it. Crack them if you got them. But you wait for it. They're going to line up with McGovern. They're going to line up with McGovern at fullback, and guaranteed they leak him out to the flat and go for him. Guaranteed. 100% McGovern catches a touchdown in
Really?
a close game.
Is that
in a
your bold
tight
prediction
situation.
for Week 5?
No, it won't be. You don't waste something like that on the Giants. This would be like
We never went into how good our bold prediction was with the 2 interceptions
So I
from Jaylon.
rewatched that. It wasn't the bold prediction of Diggs getting 2 interceptions. It was a bold prediction of what psychopath there, fucking Darney throwing 2 interceptions.
Well, still,
So
hey.
it was one of those like we created in our brain that
Yeah.
we said that Diggs was going
You
to get.
think
2
about
picks.
it, you create it,
Here's what it was.
you manifest it.
We
manifest it.
We meant. I got to worry about my hair now. We meant Diggs,
yeah.
right? We meant.
Yeah,
Diggs,
I
what
think
we said.
someone said. I think I rewatched it and someone mentioned Diggs getting But the bold prediction was 2 interceptions thrown by Darney, which he did. Fuck that guy. Diggs.
Now,
Okay, let's keep on trucking. Let's keep on trucking here. We're
Flipping
moving. We're moving.
shakers and movers, shakers and movers, shakers and movers, shakers and movers.
shaking and moving, shaking and moving.
don't make me skip Bayless this thing. I'll settle it us right down. Okay. Dak Prescott, super efficient, 14 passes, 4 touchdowns. That's a 29%.
I love
completion
that.
rate.
I honestly love that. 14 fucking. He only.
I can see you pulsing
14
right now.
passes.
Yeah.
And 4 of them were touchdowns. Man, I fucking love that. I much prefer watching the Cowboys with Dak playing like that, picking up a couple huge plays with his legs, and then just getting those touchdowns to Cooper and Schultz, and then just leaning on our run game. That is, to me, just crisp Cowboys football.
Yeah. And what we're seeing is hey, we're going to run the ball, but like
Down
we saw,
your throats, bitch.
yeah, and if you can't stop it, okay, then why are we going to let up on this? We'll just keep going, and then, okay, we'll get down to the fucking 5-yard line and then throw a little slant out to Schultze.
Little salt bay to Schultz.
Now, if Schultz can hang on is another question, but
Yeah, fucking what?
yeah, buttery hands.
they also go on to talk about our Dungeon Master Moore here, working some magic. So with 56, what is hidden is that they only faced a third down 9 times in a game with 56 offensive
That's
snaps.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a very telling stat, but which goes back to the fact that on first down they ran for an average of 9.3 fucking yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, man.
And I mean,
That was the average of their first down play, not just running.
you can,
I thought that was when they ran on first
But
down.
they had 190 yards on their first down running.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
that's
that-
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can tell. I think the players are all feeling it too, especially when someone like Zeke comes out of last game, says that he wants to just eat. He thinks that they're not chewing through these teams as as hard as they can, and they should be. So
Yeah, well, I'll quote Zeke. He said he kind of felt like they're letting teams back in and they need to choke them out when they're up, right? Remember when we were talking and it was, what was the score? I think it was 33 to like 7 or 14. And at that point, you need to score more.
oh right. And
They came back. The Panthers came back to almost tying the game up, or at least having a chance to tie the game up.
And so now when it goes back to T. Diggs being out essentially for half of the third and all of the fourth, right?
Yeah, that made zero sense. He got a cleat to the back. He was hurt a little bit. There was no way he was just out because they were resting him. He was out because he had a stinger.
Yeah.
There's just no fucking way. In the NFL nowadays is too tight of a league. Everyone's too good.
Yeah.
That 3 touchdowns is not enough to start laying off. At 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
you need to go for that fucking murder hit.
And here's one of the issues that maybe is not, I don't know, going for that killer instinct, or one of the reasons why we didn't see that is the Cowboys only got inside the opponent's 20-yard yard line 3 times. Jesus, I can't.
Holy fuck. Get out of here.
The Cowboys only got inside the Panthers' 20-yard line 3 times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The
Especially
whole game?
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's like, yeah, really? And they
Yeah.
still put up 30. What did they score? 37
Yeah.
points?
Bro stats don't lie.
Well, here's
So that means they had a lot of big plays for over 20-yard plays for touchdowns.
yeah, and they scored 2 times from a long distance.
Yeah, so that's the reason.
One of them was this 35-yard strike from Dak to Cooper. And this is when the Cowboys were up 20-14. They made a stop, actually.
This was their first drive after half.
Okay.
Yeah.
An incredible throw. Not a lot of quarterbacks could make a throw like that.
No, let's watch it again.
Dak's on point right now. Not many wide receivers could sport those
Wow.
chops.
Yep.
So, but here's the breakdown of that from Next Gen Stats. So the completion probability of this pass was 16.8%. And the reason was because
The separation?
yes, the pass traveled 46.3 yards in the air. Cooper had 0.7 yards of separation and 0.6 yards from the sideline. So this is Prescott's most improbable completion since 2019. I guess if they're whoever does these stats, again, we take their word for it. But the fact that you have about a yard and a half, just over a yard, under a yard and a half on either side of you between where you can go out and another player, that's insane.
I didn't see this, but I mean, like you look at that type of throw, it's there's I'll
tell you
zero
this.
margin for error.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, Adam.
Tell me.
If Dak looks up and he has Amari Cooper one-on-one on a fucking go route,
He's going for
to
it.
the end zone. It doesn't matter. He's throwing it. If the guy's one-on-one, doesn't matter if he has .1 yard separation. Dak's taking that chance because Amari's just that good. Amari's that good.
Right. Okay. So let's move into some of our week 5 stuff. Or what do you got? You still got some shit?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, we're
stats man. He's a
we're
stats
almost
man.
done, I think we got
He's
few
a
last
stats man.
But this one we've kind of already gone over. But just to shout out the ball hawk rating for Trevon Diggs.
Wow.
Is
Trevon
32%.
Dixit.
And he's
Let's talk about how
ball
he's being such a ball hog.
Did you guys see that? There's a tweet. It was like Madden tweeted that he started off the season with a 72 overall rating, and they would have to adjust it. And then he retweeted it saying about time or something.
Oh, really?
Because he only had a 72 overall rating in Madden at the start of last week.
Oh, you know.
I see. I
So
see.
now
what is he at? What is he at?
What is he at now? I haven't looked at the update. Is there?
I haven't either.
Oh.
I don't know. Hopefully better than 72.
They'll put him
already,
at like
or?
an 89 or something like that.
He's got to be in the 80s, man. The guy's a fucking.
He's got to be in the fucking 90s.
No, he won't be in the 90s.
Why
yet.
wouldn't he be in the 90s?
They'll want a full season. I can't believe he was in 72 to start off with. To be honest, is AJ working those magic hands?
You can see
I'm
him.
trying to find.
Look at him type.
I don't think they have it released
For those of you
yet,
tuning
but
in, bandwagon boy number 2 is
now-
feverishly typing.
It was easy. It was easy to see what Diggs is doing out there. And he also
Yeah,
is doing-
because every fucking quarter he's
I know.
getting an interception.
But it's also he's also doing a lot of stuff that's not like super sexy. Like he's shutting down receivers just by staying on them. However, Anthony Brown, interesting stat, not getting a lot of love, the older cat on the block, but he finished with 4 forced incompletions versus Carolina.
Which is also a fucking great stat to have.
He almost had a pick. He let it through
Yeah,
his hand. Anthony
exactly.
Brown had actually a great game.
He's playing like a cornerback.
And that's why. That's what they always say. Well, that's why they play cornerback. And Anthony Brown's quietly actually having a decent season.
Yep. After
Besides when he played against fucking Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Besides that.
Yeah, he can't go up. There's something in his system. He cannot go up against another Brown.
He can't go against
Another.
the same
He can't go
initials.
up another AB. That's the only thing.
No, and here's our final stat, okay? Which I think is a good one.
Hey.
We've rolled through
We
the
like
whole
the
thing.
stats.
We like the stats.
Hey, guess what? Finally.
I know. The Chauncey Goldston and Osa Odigizua sack.
That was good, AJ.
Thank
that was
you.
good.
These guys were hungry and they ate. They just ate his lunch right there. But it's great to see our pass rush has finally arrived, as they say.
Go back for a second. Right there. We are going to be somewhere in that crowd. I can't wait.
Now I can't wait.
So
Can't wait.
yeah,
What is the
Next
date?
next
November 25th is the game?
Yep.
yes, the
Raiders
25th.
at Cowboys. Oh my God!
can you hear me?
AJ's going to be battling himself. He doesn't know who to
Can
cheer
you
for.
can you hear me breathing
But-
like Tony
yeah,
Soprano?
Yeah, he's going to be eating salami in the stands, just not knowing what to do.
After all the fan fight videos, I'm going all Cowboys. But this is just a lovely sack. But the excuse me, there I just did a Bessie.
It's about time.
Here's the
You were the first one that had trouble breathing this
No,
time.
no. I low key did one
Okay.
like within 2 minutes.
Low-key
Yeah.
one?
within 2 minutes.
Yeah, within 2 minutes, I was like,
You choked it out.
And just hit it during the intro. You're
"What the hell's
joking.
going on here?"
What?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Only 4 interior defensive linemen have had more quarterback pressures this season than the rookie Osa. He had 15. Can you
He's
guess?
been beasting.
Can you guess who those 4 are?
Well, I could see. I've read them already.
I was being a little.
Calais Campbell, who's a fucking beast. Who are the other guys?
Cameron Hayard.
Yeah, these are all three. Those are all great players.
J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald. So
if you're going to be on a list of people, that's a list to be on. Those guys are all Pro Bowlers, all pros.
Yeah,
that's a good list. And the crazy thing, the only reason Osa's getting all this time is because Neville Gallimore, shout out Canadian Neville Gallimore, he got hurt right away in the first game, I think. So Osa's got the chance to actually come out. So once Gallimore's back and Osa's they're manning the middle of the line together, they're going to eat, boy. I'm telling you.
And I think the last thing that we can look at from the week here is just the rankings for the quarterbacks. This is completely different, but this is a little bit of
This is after week 4.
Yeah, so this is...
That's the wrong one.
Oh, sorry.
So what we're about to look at is the top rankings of NFL quarterbacks from 1 to 32 with all starting teams, or all teams.
Spoiler alert, why would we care about this?
Because Dak's in the top 32.
Okay, so number 1, Kyler Murray. Let's not get too oh my God, don't you?
Can you
I don't know about you guys. I hate Kyler Murray.
I don't like
really
him. I don't like his style. I don't like his size. He's small.
I just don't like Kyler Murray. I just don't.
I don't like him either, but his numbers are all right. 9. I mean, I shouldn't say all right. I look right to the pass interception.
As a true bandwagon boy, I love Kyler Murray.
Do you actually like Kyler Murray?
No.
I don't really.
Crack him?
Crack him
if you got him.
Guess what? I don't really give a fuck about Kyler Murray.
But I guess you know what?
No, not really.
He's obviously making those Cardinal fans happy. So good for him. Hey, I don't really give 2 shits about him.
He's number 1. Who's number 2?
1?
I'd love to see them.
Oh, above Patty Mahomes? Are you kidding me? Dak?
Yeah, look at this though.
Double P.
AJ, you kind of threw a little shade when I posted this. You did. You threw a little shade, and I'm calling you out on it. When I posted this into the DMs, I slid into your guys' DMs with this hot and horny news about Dak being number 2, and you were like, I don't know. Is how I read it. I read it as, I don't know. That's my boy. That is Dakota Rain Prescott you're talking about.
Look, I can't remember exactly what I said. I just...
I'm telling you. I'm looking at the text right now.
What did I say?
Kidding.
No. I think my reaction was...
I thought you were like, that's a little gracious. I thought that
might have been... I think that actually was exactly what he said.
And I just think...
Which it is. 2 is gracious, but let's see the stats. What's he got? I can't see the stats right now.
Okay,
so you beautiful bastards.
Between the top 3 here, he's at 1,000 yards, 1,066. The other guys are at just over 1,200.
Don't care about the yards.
What's
how many pass touchdowns does
10 to 2? 10 to 2 for Dak, 9 to 4 for the number 1. And then
Mahomes
14 to 4 for
14
Mahomes.
passing TDs.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
4 interceptions though.
4 interceptions.
Yeah, but that is tough. I can see where AJ's
actually,
going. I honestly think, just looking at this, like just at the top 3 there, I'd honestly probably take... Dak's had 4 fumbles.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's odd. I don't know if that's true though.
Okay.
I think
it is. He had the one against 100%. He had the one.
I just
against,
don't think it's true.
Philly.
I love Adam. He just refuses to believe.
I don't think it's true.
I think my biggest thing... I do think that his pass to touchdown his touchdown to interception ratio is
5 to 1. Pretty good.
It's a very good stat. He's got the lowest yards per average. I just feel like maybe he should have been top 5, but I don't know.
You know what the main thing is? Go up to Murray. So he has. Oh wow. Okay, never mind. Go down. Go down to Mahomes. So Mahomes has 72.3% completion. Dak has 75.2. I mean, it's not that big of a difference at this point. Just looking at
they don't
like,
they don't show their
number
attempts.
2 and 3. I would say 3 was ahead of 2 just by the numbers.
You know what?
Honestly.
I don't know what their criteria is. Is it a quarterback who you would have on your team to win you a game? I mean, or is it just based off of these stats, right? Like,
well, I think it's going to be attempts and completions. And it'll also be
that's
wins.
the percent. That's the percent.
And it'll be wins. So obviously that's the only thing that they're gauging it from there is the
between Mahomes and Dak is one team's 3-1, one team's 2-2. It's got to be. Let's see Herbert. Let's see that dork.
Yeah. So the next one is 4 is Tom Brady and number 5 is Herbert. So I mean, look, in the company, if he was 5th out of all of these guys, it would still be okay. That's great.
I say top 10.
so-
If he's top 10, with the team, with the offense we're rolling right now, if Dak's top 10 at efficiency, there was people arguing that Dak wasn't a top 10 quarterback. I don't give a fuck if he's 2. I don't care if he's 8. I don't care if he's 9. But at this point, everyone in the league realizes that Dak Prescott is a
top
fucking
5.
great
Hey, guess
quarterback.
what,
He's a top 10
NFL?
quarterback.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott is here to stay. Get used to it.
Maybe you should be wearing a number. Anth, maybe you should be wearing a number
4?
jersey. Yeah.
It's hanging up at your place
No,
right now.
is it?
I was waiting for you to finish. I know
What?
Dak
Finish what?
Prescott's number 4.
I only have the 9 here because I forgot it here, and it's going to be at your place. So this will be the last time I'm wearing.
You bringing it over?
Yeah, it's going to get hung up.
It's the
Romo
last,
needs
it's
to
the
be
last
up on
time.
the wall
It's
there.
the last time
Fucking-
it's the last time he's wearing Jaylon Smith's jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I can't believe he picked 9. That still bugs me.
Okay, we also have a kind of corresponding article, but it's for the rookies, and we're just looking at the I guess
Top rookies. So anyone in the draft, any rookie this year, this is what the top list of performing rookies.
from in the first quarter of the 2021 season. First
Right.
4
I
games.
wonder where Mike. I'd say Micah Parsons is probably like 7 or 8.
Yeah, let's have a look. Boom!
Who's number 1? What?
Wow.
You knew. You looked at this already.
So
didn't
this
you?
is just confirmation. This is just confirmation for us that we're not just homers. Micah Parsons is getting noticed from even the
getting noticed.
NFL.com. This is NFL.com. Okay.
Hey, where's Patrick Surtain on there? Probably. He's gotta be
I
top
think
10
he's
at
like
least.
10. Yeah. 8.
Oh yeah, 8. Yep.
So, anyways, obvious. This is kind of obvious. Like I would again say top 3. Top 3. I would be happy with.
Scroll down a little bit. So, okay.
Jamar
Okay,
Chase,
Jamar
number
Chase
3,
is-
having
is
a
the-
great.
is
I
the-
would say,
Yeah.
honestly, Jamar Chase has had a pretty fucking good year already too.
He has. He's scoring a lot of TDs.
Yep.
But it's easy for Micah Parsons to be number 1 with what he's done in the first 4 weeks. But the real interesting one, if we keep
Mac
scrolling
Jones?
down, no, Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones. Trevor Lawrence is 11. I mean, this list is kind of getting weak.
Yeah.
But we find our
Osa.
Osa,
DT
baby.
Osa.
Top 20. Love it.
ranked number 19, and so
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
legit.
Let's keep coming back to this kind of rookie ranking list because I want to see if he moves up.
Now,
And
but-
it's weird. It's weird for number 1 to not be
A quarterback.
quarterback. You would think they would give it to the quarterback because it's a really heavy quarterback league, right?
So Mac Jones is the one that should be number 1. You're thinking?
well, we'll wait and see. The Pats play the Cowboys in 2 weeks.
It is a long season, so we can absolutely. I mean, all these lists are going to shift as they go. Hopefully not for our teams, but
Hey, I'm going to drop some news here, too, if anyone's listening at this point. We have a large Micah Parsons jersey that we need to give away at some point.
Yeah, we got to find out. We got to.
That thing needs to get to a
You know what?
Cowboys fan.
Hear
It's
me out.
literally sitting in my closet in a bag right now.
Hear me out. We're gonna do a kind of Christmas push, and we're gonna do something on
I
our.
was thinking we got to do the American Thanksgiving.
With,
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say because we're gonna go on our trip. We're gonna release our little mini doc. We can do something with that. I don't know, like. But anyways,
Okay,
let's
we'll
discuss.
figure it
Let's
out.
discuss.
We got some great stuff coming up for
Brew
you.
it,
guys.
brew
So,
it in there. Brew
before-
it in like a nice hot cup of Joe.
Before we hop into this
We got big announcements coming up.
next week preview, I just want to go over this fan fight. I mean, they just keep coming, and Lord help us.
Wait a second, we're already on the fan fights already?
Yeah, we're not, we
Before a week 5 preview?
Look at his butt cracks hanging out.
Where is this at? Is this at the Death Star?
This is in LA.
Okay,
Ant?
hang on. I just started to. Okay,
This was Monday night. This was Monday night. Chargers at Vegas, I think, or was it Vegas at Chargers? This is why you can't go. You can't go watch a game in LA.
This looks like the slowest fight I've ever seen, and the most dangerous.
Oh my
on,
God,
on
I
the
know.
Yeah,
island.
like what
know.
if you went over that railing?
This reminds me of like
That's got to be Vegas. There's
Okay,
so
so
many
here's what we're
great-
looking at. We're
What
looking at a lot of big, thick gentlemen
I mean, there's a lot of weight.
fighting in the rafters.
I don't
Nobody
know.
here is ever worried about their calories, guaranteed.
It's Herbert and Allen versus a bunch A bunch of silver and blacks.
I don't think there's a person under 200 pounds in this video.
No.
Jeepers.
I mean, this guy's got his mask on. He should be more worried about
Okay.
his fucking heart.
Are they fighting for the last McNugget?
out of all of the fights that we've seen, this is the okay. What is this? Hang on.
This is another. Look, we're not going through street fights. You know what? That was one of the weakest.
Okay, this
That's the only thing I got from that last week.
Go back to this. Yeah, this fight here. It's a slow motion fight.
This guy's
A drunk,
he's so
slow
lucky.
motion fight.
He's so lucky. There's plexiglass. It ends right after where he's leaning because he would have flipped right over that.
There's
that
literally
edge.
no one here under 200. I said 200 pounds, 250 pounds.
Oh yeah, it's the heavy section.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
Why are they all so
here,
fat?
This is why I will be wearing the.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
Big boy's throwing some right
Oh,
bombs.
he's not happy.
If I was, I feel like the best thing you could do would be to fight a guy that size and that slow, because then if you could get off like 3 punches to his one, you have a chance to hopefully dome him before he gets you down.
What you need to do in this situation, if you ever find yourself in this situation, if you're the Chargers fan, tell the guy you'll give him a $20 gift certificate to Applebee's. Or like pretend
TGIF?
you have some sort of French fries in your pocket, or like yell, "Oh my God, free pizza!" You have to say something like that.
1 month free of
these.
In and
It
Out?
looks like a herd of rhinos.
Yeah, it's a bunch of big boys. Thick,
I
not
mean,
even thick
massive.
boys. Big boys.
But here's the thing about those big boy punches: they might look like they're slow coming at you, but they are gonna give you a
The
concussion.
inertia just.
Oh yeah,
boosh.
they're those are solid.
Boosh.
Those are solid chubby fish.
They hit you like a Big Mac.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is Jerry's
That's
world,
all we're
baby.
talking about that? No, run it back one more time. We ain't getting away from that this quick.
Hang on, okay.
That's too quick. We can't roll from that. We're talking about.
That's why I said we weren't even in the groove on that fight yet.
No, we need to. We're not going away from this.
Okay,
so you got Lynch here for whatever reason.
I don't know, it looks
and
like-
this guy butt crack out and all just kind of pops up.
I think that I think there's a lot. Like, who's he punching? Or his hand gets stopped from punching this guy in the face.
Okay, so that guy so Nerd Boy picks up Alan, who's drunk.
Yeah.
Nerd Boy's
Yeah.
trying to pull his buddy away, and
56 is the one that comes throwing. He starts throwing.
He's saying no, stop,
don't.
stop.
don't.
So watch there. This guy 56 starts throwing bombs. I would say Fat Raider fan, but that wouldn't point him out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He was actually pretty resilient until the fucking guy started kicking him from the second stairs. And
Actually, backwards hat guy who looks like Action Bronson, he's like laughing about it. So they're probably all drunk and slow. Like, look at
No,
I mean,
and the best thing about this fight is the only reason it only
ever.
lasted 36 seconds is because they were so
They
out
don't
of
got
breath
cardio.
you know what?
that they literally couldn't fight anymore.
Of all the fights that we've watched, this is the one I would want to be in.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because we're all
Okay,
like, not
okay, run it back, run it
convinced that
back.
We'd be able to get at least 25 punches in more
Okay.
than
Oh,
everyone else.
I just
Hang
mean
on.
if I was the
Run
one
it
that was
back.
getting damaged,
Run it back.
if I was getting
Run it back.
if I was getting
Run it back.
okay. It's run
Run it back.
If I was getting damage, I would want to be in this one. It's less damage than like the fucking parking lot fight or
Okay,
the.
just a sec. Get ready to pause it. Get ready to pause it. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when to pause it.
Lynch
Not
is just
yet,
being
not yet,
held.
Not yet.
Lynch
Not yet.
is just
Not
being
yet.
held at bay with one hand.
Pause. How many Fat Raiders fans are in this shot?
1, 2.
Oh, dude.
Raiders fans. I think there's upwards of 5 that you can see, but there's a sea of Raider of potential.
Are you just
No,
trying
no,
to
like guys that look like they need to be lifted by forklifts.
Are you just trying to start
1,
to bring
2,
some
3,
heat
4,
for the
5.
Cowboys versus Raiders game? Is that what you're trying to do right
Oh,
now?
if someone's gonna fight,
Oh.
I hope they are these fucking roller pigs.
Dear Lord.
hope.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a bunch of thick boys. I mean, I'm
There's
amazed.
some thick boys. I'm surprised that mezzanine section of the stadium was able to hold them up.
Oh, this.
That's what I was gonna say. That's is why these stadiums cost billions and billions of dollars.
They
billions.
look like it's just a sea of thickness.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I'm trying to see if there is just a Cowboys jersey somewhere, just someone wearing.
No,
But like
not
you guys
yet.
said, out of our fights that we've watched and reviewed, I would say this one was definitely the one with the highest cholesterol.
Oh yeah, dangerously high.
Oh my goodness.
All right, can we move on to the?
Okay, are we? What this? 45 minutes into the podcast, we're finally getting to our week 5 preview.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Let's go it.
Okay, let's go.
But
Actually, sorry, hurry. bring up. Oh, sorry, bring up our DM. He's if you're just tuning in, Ant's telling Tay that they're going to be done in 5 minutes, which
Yeah, I
we'll
was.
try to.
What?
Just to
7 or 8
delace ourselves from that thickness. Bring up that Myles Garrett post I sent you. Yeah, look at this specimen right here.
Does his wiener?
Jesus.
Look at this.
Holy shit. Tay, come here for a sec.
So
Tay would like to see this guy.
okay, so I go
Look
sleeve.
how jacked this dude is.
So this is Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns. I go sleeveless for one game, and they hit me with a "you got a random."
His arms
drug
are
test in the
bigger
morning."
than-
Like if they put his arms together, they'd be bigger
Okay.
than like the.
I don't- why is no one talking about that monster in his shorts?
Yeah, but go to the next swipe right.
That's
Why
the
has he got a
scariest
half
thing
job?
about.
Upwards.
Yeah, why has he got a half job?
I don't know, because he's bouncing around. He's out there having a good time.
But besides,
Holy fuck,
okay,
look
look
at
at this hit.
these.
Look at this hit. Look at him plow.
Oh my god!
wow.
Just rag, and the guy that he just ragdolled there is probably 300 pounds.
Yeah. And a
Look
big
at this.
fucking
Get
6'8".
the fuck out of here! Get the fuck off me, bitch!
That guy's
So-
never been pushed around like that in his life.
It's funny because the shot saying, I go sleeveless for one game and they make me take a random drug test in the morning, and then the comments are like, well, look at this, this hit is because
You look like you were sculpted out of stone.
like look
Yeah.
at him. Anyways, so that D laces us from.
I didn't see any of that. I'm glad we brought that up. What a fucking
Is that what I got to
guy.
look like to
what a
play in
unit.
the NFL?
What a unit.
Holy shit, man!
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
You would not want to get in the fucking way of that guy.
Who says you need to be big, thick wise on the line?
Well, I mean,
could be a fucking tank.
It wouldn't matter. Whatever guy he faces, I feel like is at a disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely on the gear.
That's what we're going to
So-
start seeing. These linemen get a little bit more strength behind them.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind
Not
of
that they're-
Aaron,
not that they're
Aaron
weak.
Donald's playing right
Yeah,
now.
Aaron-
Aaron Donald's a fucking unit too, man. The guy is an absolute tank. And I'd say they're probably two of the best defensive linemen in the league. JJ Watt, same thing, fucking unit. Like if you're one of these killers on the D line, you're gonna look like that. You're gonna be cut, and you're gonna just yard sale guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum. Week 5 preview. Week 5 preview.
Hey, NFC East battle against the Giants. It doesn't matter what our records are. The Giants could be 1-3 or 0-4, whatever
Okay.
the fuck their record
Before
is.
we look into any of this,
Doesn't matter.
are you worried about this game?
Yeah,
What's your number
honestly
one thing
am.
that you're worried about?
they're division rivals. The division game is never in the bag.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
matter.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think I could name one player off the Giants this year.
Saquon,
I'm going to say it again. I don't think I can name one player off the Giants this year.
Daniel Jones.
I'm going to say it again. I don't think I'm just joking. I just didn't want to say Saquon's name because he's a bitch.
I was gonna say I've stumped with my two guys.
Yeah. So the funny
Jason
thing
Garrett. Jason Garrett is their offensive coordinator. He
Tiki
probably
Barber?
knows the Cowboys better than anyone else.
Tiki Barber.
Pardon?
Tiki Barber.
Yeah, Tiki Barber's coming out of retirement to play. It's a division rival. I'm never comfortable with. I'll never go into a division game thinking the Cowboys are going to win, just walk all over them. I'm going to put this on record as a bold statement. It's going to be a 3-point game.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be a gun show or what's it going to be?
I'm going to say 27-24 Cowboys.
Okay, so if the Cowboys
When
stick
the
to
Cowboys.
if the Cowboys stick to the run game, we come out on top. If they go to the air more, do you think we're going to lose it?
Well, record or stats say that basically.
Yeah. Well, they didn't.
It's pretty much been cemented that when we
didn't-
run the ball with Dak,
Yeah.
we win. When we don't, we don't win.
It didn't say though that we are set to lose. Crack that skinny can bullshit. Okay, what do we got here?
But here is the biggest factor that we're missing in all this: psychological warfare. This is almost a year to the day since the severe ankle injury that
I did
ended
think about
Dak
this.
Prescott's season. Discuss.
It literally is, yeah, because it happened last year on Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Actually, Ad and I were at our brother Adrian. Crack him if you got him. Ad and I were at brother Adrian's, and I was downstairs. Tay laughed at me saying brother Adrian. Yeah, he's our Amish brother.
Yeah.
I was downstairs watching the game, and it happened, and I just was actually the next day I started the podcast. I did.
Hey,
I actually started the
but-
podcast.
So is it?
But this
the
is almost to the
CanFan's
year
1
to
year
the day, yeah.
anniversary coming up then? Is that what-
I guess, yeah, it must be.
And it's against the Giants. Yeah, that's right. This
Happy
is fucked
anniversary.
Up. This
Yeah,
is good talk.
totally, but
AJ,
look-
way to bring this up.
Here's what Prescott has to say. I'm not going to be naive and say I'm not going to think about it. So he's aware of it, and I like that he's talking about it. And he says, I think just more than anything, it'll just be gratitude and just thinking about how much of a blessing the last 365 days have been, blah, 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 overcoming and becoming the person that he is, a better player, etc.
Okay, well, I have a
that's good.
question for you guys. Do you think Dak's going to think about it?
Yes, I think...
I'm joking.
You know, here's how I always hate how, and you know what, I don't hear it a lot, but for the podcast, I'm gonna get fierce about it.
Okay, here we go.
I always hate
Preach.
how people are like, oh, just don't think about it, put it out of your mind. It's like, no, like, acknowledge what happened, and then try to figure out what went wrong, and then how you can avoid that again when you go into the scenario. So not like Dak planned on or did something to hurt his foot, but okay, now he's probably going to be running just a little bit more intelligently to not do that. I mean, shit, he could fucking break a collarbone or
Right.
or whatever. Anything
Do you
can
imagine?
happen. No, I just mean in
Oh
general.
my God! Don't even say it.
No, I mean in
And
general.
one of the players says,
I
Austin
don't li-
316 says, I just broke your collarbone.
and I knock him out. But look, the same can happen to every single player out there on every single
Yep.
every single play. These are huge athletic
Any given
players.
Sunday.
So
Well, look at Myles Garrett. You think
Yeah.
that, like,
Yes.
you think someone's coming down on you like that any given time? Like, look, my fucking kicker pulled a fucking groin or something. He's out for the season and he didn't even kick it off. Anything could fucking happen.
I have just brought that something just brought to my
Guess
that
what?
to mind.
For safety reasons, I didn't put Dak on any of my fantasy teams.
Good.
So
Thank you.
this year, the
Thank you.
The,
I appreciate it.
The Cowboy Nation should thank me for not drafting Dak Prescott
I
on
did.
any of my
I
fantasy
drafted
teams.
Dak.
Well, okay, and think about this. Obviously, Cowboy Nation thanks you, Adam. But think about this. These quarterbacks are playing where those Myles Garrett's,
Yep.
which might be in the upper echelons, but still big ass strong boys are coming to hit you, and like you're doing this multiple times a game, 16, 17 weeks a year, more if you're in the playoffs, and then doing it for 10 years. Like you have to be mentally tough as much as physically tough to do this.
So just when you said that, I'm going to give a little shout out to a Giants quarterback. Eli, like you're saying this, these guys do this every year forever. Eli Manning never missed a game because of injury
Wow, really?
in like a fucking 15 years career.
Holy
are you-
How
smokes.
fucked up is that?
Are you just saying that because you?
No, he
said
actually did.
are you just
Eli
saying that-
Manning never missed us. He got the first time that he missed a start was because he got benched in one of his last years, and it was this big deal because he had never missed a game.
Right,
and his streak came to an end because he was benched.
Are you just saying that
But,
because you called yourself Eli Manning at the start of this podcast?
Yeah, I'm kind of no. Fuck Eli Manning. Fuck the Giants.
And fuck the Giants.
And one other thing I wanted to quickly say,
Brett Favre,
what
I
AJ
think,
was
had
talking
more
about
starts.
was like how you were saying the players are like people are like, oh, they shouldn't say that they're thinking about it. It's kind of similar to Tom Brady playing against the Pats on Monday night or Sunday night. Of course, they're fucking human. They're gonna think about stuff with emotion. Like they're not fucking robots.
I don't.
you know?
Okay, so here's the difference. Though a guy like Tom Brady who has a different set of gears, that stuff doesn't affect him the way it would affect-
Came out on record saying he wanted to kill them. He wanted to score as many points as he possibly could on them.
A guy like Dak Prescott, when you're playing and you're making that much money in the NFL,
All in the top two quarterback. You refer to Dak as the top two quarterback.
Dak Prescott, the number one quarterback in the NFL, this season will show it, isn't going to think about the game that he broke his ankle. He's going to think of
He
everything.
just said he was going to, though.
No, hang on. I'm going to say he's going to think about every single thing that he's done for the last he said in the article 364 days.
Fair.
He's going to think about all that stuff that he did to get back to the place that he's at right now.
True.
In order to come back and be like, if you want him to say, guess what? Me breaking my ankle last year was the best thing because we gonna take a Super Bowl this year, motherfucker.
Love it.
So, just looking at who the Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Who the
get control of what you're looking at.
Who the
here.
Giants have?
Are we so
like,
zoomed
what-
in?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you on
This
on
is
some
not-
old person's
guys-
thing?
Oh, shoot.
Like level 200 Zoom?
I got my 25 times
I
view
was.
on to read
was.
this.
You were
But here we go. Did
is
not participate.
backgammon?
We got Sterling Shepard out. I'm looking at the Giants
I picked Sterling Shepard up in his
injury
year.
report. OT. Andrew Thomas out right now. Well, not out. Did not participate.
Did not
in
participate.
practice.
They
Sterling
didn't
Shepard.
practice.
Yes. Darius Slayton and tight end Caden Smith for receivers all out. Jabril Prepper, not out. Did not participate. Sorry. Peppers and DL Leonard Williams are both did not participate. So there are some huge names on that list.
Yeah, and look at
who
that
are not
motherfucking. Look at
who
Mr.
Could be out.
Look at Mr. Glass, Saquon Barkley, limited participant.
Yeah, but you know what?
He had a good
Limited.
game last week. Barkley had a really good
Yeah,
game last
you know
week.
what? I know he did.
Limited is kind of what you would just put a player on, so they're just running half, just conserving them for the season.
Yeah. If you didn't have them, 100%.
Well, and the guy that I'm playing in fantasy this week, he has Saquon, and we have a little wager that if he beats me, then one of us has to sing karaoke in the lobby. So guess what?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you would
fucking
love
mind.
that.
Exactly.
You're hoping to probably lose.
So
Exactly.
And what do you think?
Win-win, motherfucker.
What do you think of these of the Giants and these
It's
key players?
did not participate. Don't really matter. I guaranteed probably what do you got on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. I'd say out of the 7 guys, 5 will probably play.
Okay.
It's tough to say until you actually see the injury report. The main thing is the Giants aren't a good football team. This is going to be the difference. In years past with the Cowboys, when we get in this situation, and Ad actually kind of touched on it earlier this year, if the Cowboys sometimes do play down to their competition, this needs to be one of those years that the Cowboys comes in here and beats this team by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, let's
It
do
has
it.
to be to prove to everybody else in the NFL that you guys are a legit team. This is one of those games, and I know I already called it to be a 3-point game because I expect it to be a 3-point game.
Yeah, you
because the
sound like one of
Cowboys
those
don't
jaded
ever
Cowboy
come
fans.
they don't come in and take care of business. I completely expect this to be a close game. If it's not, this might be the game I finally think that we're on to something.
Yeah, because guess what? Guess who's here?
The bandwagon
guess
boys,
who-
and I
guess who's here
can't
to
wait till
shepherd you through?
live stream coming on. I'm
BW.
excited.
Like this.
I look forward to the live stream. I really do.
All right, well let's talk some predictions here because we got the spread at plus 7.5 for the Giants, minus 6.5 for the Cowboys. I don't know what the fuck that means with odds, but
No,
here-
this is good. People love betting on. See, and if I
so-
was betting on this game, I would take the Giants to cover. I honestly would.
so the Giants need to win by a touchdown basically to win.
No, the Giants just they could lose by less than a touchdown and you still cover the
Are
spread.
you fucking kidding me? This can't be
they
correct.
get +7. They get +7.5. So they could lose by a field goal. That means the
I'm
Giants
sorry,
start
I'm
off
sorry.
when it's 0-0, the Giants are up 7.5 points.
That's right. I'm sorry. The Cowboys, if they win by a touch, they need to win by a touchdown to win
More
this
than
bet.
are they 7-5?
They're minus 6.5. So
6-5. So yeah, okay. So the Cowboys by a touchdown. You
Yeah.
have to win by a touchdown. I honestly, in this situation, I would take the Giants. If I was betting spread, I honestly think the Giants will cover the spread.
what do you think the?
That's a horrible comment.
Okay,
to say.
I think the game is
Not, it's a division game, man. They're always close.
to go back to your call, and this is like bandwagon boy perspective and just kind of looking at the Giants not seeing much. I think we could have a shootout, but I know the Cowboys can put up like 35 points, let's say. So I'm going to say the Giants get 21 and the Cowboys get about 35.
I would love that. Daniel Jones, in his limited NFL experience in games, he's always played against the Cowboys really well. So, and the Giants always play against the Cowboys well. So
fuck that nerd.
I honestly think the Cowboys win.
Bring me up Daniel Jones
win,
right now.
No.
Let's do our classic. Let's judge this motherfucker right now by those.
Who
by
are we judging?
Daniel Jones.
This fucking guy right here.
Holy shit. Boy next door.
How about this psychopath?
Oh my god. No, he's not as psychopathic
That
as.
is more psychopath.
No.
Adam, if I saw him staring at me or that psychopath right there scares the shit out of me.
This makes me see like this dude. We need to go and talk to him because nobody's gonna sit beside him at in lunch.
I bet you he's just banged chicks his whole life.
Yeah, for sure. Look at him. Oh, you know what? He's probably pretty fierce.
I don't think he's a bad looking guy, to be honest.
Yeah, he's kind of cute. He's kind of nerdy looking, which I don't mind.
I don't know. I don't hate the guy. I don't like the guy.
Give me this one at number 8 right there. Give me that one. Let me see what he looks like throwing the ball.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, we
got
gotta wrap this up. What are our closing ceremonies here?
He's a fucking nerd, though. Look at him.
To wrap
he's
it up, what
definitely
type of game do you think the Cowboys are going to
like
bring?
nerds.
Run. Their run game. They have to. They got to keep it that it's work blast.
Yes.
All their wins have been the running game.
If Saquon's in the game, they're going to be running it.
Give me some bold predictions then about it.
Oh, you know what a bold prediction is? Micah Parson is going to fucking injure Saquon Barkley. Honestly, if that happens, retribution for those 2 seasons that
You're
went
going
out
full
on me.
revenge mode.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say bold prediction: CD Lamb 3 touchdowns.
Oh, I need that. I'm not going to take him out of my line. So yes, that's
CD
a
Lamb
great.
3 touchdowns.
3
That's my
touchdowns
bold-
for CD Lamb.
Okay.
That's bold prediction for a wide receiver: 3 touchdowns for CD Lamb.
Okay, I'm going to say we're going to see both running backs go for 75 and a touchdown.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Pretty bold.
Micah injuring Saquon, CD with 3 Ts, and our splash and dash getting a nice solid run game.
Can you imagine all 3 of that happened?
Let's go.
We would blow up. We'd pulse everywhere.
We're pulsing.
pulse.
We're pulsing, boys.
Tune into the live stream, baby. When you're watching this, we on live Sunday. Come and chat
shit.
with the bandwagon boys.
We're different location this weekend, so make sure you check out the live stream.
Check it out. Live stream it up, bitches.
They bring the noise. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. What up, what